What's going on, guys? It's Kettlewheel here, back again with another video, and I'm filming this recording after I filmed all the unboxing of the items. So yeah, I just didn't want this video to go straight into the unboxing. So yeah, today's video will just be a brief unboxing of all the products I bought for my new PC upgrade. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that, and let's get straight into it. Here we have our motherboard, X570 Pro, tough gaming, with of course the Wi-Fi. Alright, so it looks pretty neatly packaged really. Over here we got our Wi-Fi antenna. Of course we have the motherboard itself. So what's really neat is the whole thing comes out, so you can pick up the motherboard with ease. Then you have your two SATA cables, your I/O shield, your M.2 screws, your rubber M.2 pad, certificate of reliability, your user guide, which also comes with a disc, some stickers if you're into that, and some paperwork. Now onto our processor. We have a 5800X here. We'll slide it out here. Here's the processor. The rest of this box, just this plastic. You got this important please read. This is basically saying if your motherboard is not AMD Ryzen 5000 series ready, you need to update the BIOS by flashing it or by updating the BIOS manually with a previous 3000 series processor. And of course your installation instructions and warranty information. And we have our RAM. It opens up just like this. G.skill Ripjaws V or 5. They are 32 gigabytes, 3200 millihertz. It comes with a nice little G.skill sticker. Now these products I got at Micro Center for a good price, I would say, except for the motherboard, that was full price. But on Micro Center's website, the 5000 series processors, they all have price cuts on them. For example, this 5800X was originally $450 when it came out, and now it is $300. And for the RAM, it is 32 gigabytes. It was originally $212, as it says from the barcode on here, and now it is around $119. So some of their products do have very significant price cuts on them. So definitely at this time, if you're looking to upgrade, maybe if you have a really old system like me, or if you're simply in the market for a new processor, RAM, motherboard, Micro Center definitely has some good deals going on. So, and that's really the second reason why I upgraded. The first reason being because if you saw my last gaming video, I cannot run the current game that I want to play. For any of you who watched the last video, you already know it's Elden Ring. And second reason, there's significant price cuts on all these items, and I thought, I could save some money if I upgrade now. And there's actually a funny story I have to tell about getting my motherboard from Micro Center. So first, I did order the X570 Tough Pro, as you saw, and I actually ordered the open box version first because it was significantly lower than the original price. So the original price was around $240. They were selling the open box for around $190. So I went with that because, I saw the markup as a good deal. And even though there were a lot of risks, especially with open box and the fact that this is a motherboard, something very delicate, and even with new motherboards, things go wrong. So you can imagine what risks I would be taking with the open box version. I remember going to the counter and opening it. The guy allowed me to inspect it, of course, as you should do with all pre-owned items, if you can inspect it, that is. And the motherboard looked fine, nothing was bent, nothing was out of the ordinary. It was still in its anti-static bag, but it did not occur to me to look around the whole box and to see if the actual parts that are supposed to come with the motherboard is there, because I remember seeing the open box item online and in the store as completed. It had a yellow tag on it, it says completed. It didn't mention anything about missing parts, any defects, nothing like that. So I basically assumed that it had everything inside. I even asked the guy and he said, oh yeah, everything seems to be inside. And little did I know that I was making a big mistake, a very newbie mistake. And so yeah, I bought it right then and there. I went home, and as soon as I opened the thing, I see the SATA cable, the I/O shield, the manual and so forth, and then the motherboard. And then I take the motherboard out the box, and then there was literally nothing else. So it just came with the SATA cable, I/O shield, and just the paperwork, and that's it, nothing else. So it was kind of odd because, for one, this is a Wi-Fi board and it's supposed to come with an antenna, and there's no antenna in sight. So one of the main selling points of this board, the Wi-Fi, is not there. So I remember going into the user guide and seeing what's supposed to come with this motherboard. It turns out that most of the items or accessories that this board is supposed to come with is not present. So the antenna is not there for Wi-Fi, the M.2 screws is not there, the little patch for the M.2 is not there, the extra SATA cable is not there, no stickers, no CD, even though I don't really use the CD. But yeah, my point being, it came with none of the accessories and it wasn't labeled as such. It was labeled as completed. So that kind of threw me off, and I was kind of a little disappointed too, because with this, you know, I'd have to go back to the store, return it, and while their return policy for Micro Center is generous, within 15 days, if you return it, they'll give you a full refund and so forth. You know, it was still a bummer to me, since, you know, I know that I missed out on the deal for the lowered price for an open box version. Yeah, from retrospective, it was definitely my fault. I should have inspected it further. I should have checked every nook and corner of that box and the user guide and everything just to make sure. But, you know, the fact that it said completed and it had no defects listed or anything like that, you know, that's a little bit misguiding in my opinion. But I did take it back. They gave me the refund and I did pay the difference for a new board, so that's that. And I did get the discount, the $20 discount for buying an eligible CPU with the new board, so that's something too. I appreciate them honoring that discount. But in regard to the open box board, it just, at this point, it really just seems like they don't really check what's going on with these boards. Apparently it wasn't even tested, so maybe it was a good thing. Maybe it happened for a reason that the board didn't come with the accessories I wanted. Maybe life steered me into getting a new board, who knows, because I would have had problems with that old board. Yeah, at this point, it doesn't really seem like the quality control is up to standard, as I don't know if they're testing these things. I don't know if they're truly checking what's inside, if everything's all right. So the person who rang me up, they asked me what was wrong with the box, and I said that there were parts missing, and I gave a general list of what I thought was missing. I didn't remember exactly at the time, and they just took my word for it. They didn't even check inside the box to see if the parts were actually missing, and they just put it on a sticker and then put it on the box. That was it. So, you know, I don't know if the quality control going on here for open box items are up to standard or if they're doing the right procedure. I'm not sure what's going on there. From this, I guess it's safe to say that I probably will be avoiding open box products in the future from Micro Center or any other company. You know, I think it would just be safer to go with the new option, especially with products like these motherboards and CPUs and, you know, anything that has to do with technology, as many things could go wrong with delicate products like these. But for some reason, it doesn't really feel like real to me, because for so long I had this outdated setup with outdated parts, and I'd always see reviews of all the new PC products and parts and how people are upgrading stuff, and I never really imagined myself upgrading like now or anytime soon, more in the future. So, you know, having these parts in front of me, I don't know, it doesn't feel like I bought these parts or something. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I could finally say that I'm upgraded and I'm finally up to date, well, sort of, when it comes to computer parts. The only thing that I did not upgrade is storage, the GPU, and the power supply unit, as those are severely outdated also. But I'll update those in the future. But for now, I'll definitely be running a severe bottleneck until I get a new GPU, so I guess I have to deal with that. And I do apologize for not showing the build. I know you're probably thinking, how can I make a upgrade video without actually showing the upgrade? But honestly, it's nothing outstanding. It's just an average build, really. So, you know, I decided not to show it because it's not really, in my opinion, worth showing, really. So I do apologize about that. Alright guys, that would be my video for upgrading my PC. I just wanted to showcase all my products I've got. Hopefully once I get all the parts in my PC, fingers crossed, I'll be able to run Elden Ring, as that's basically the main reason why I upgraded now, or else I probably would have held off upgrading for Lord knows how long. But yeah, either way, it was a well needed upgrade, as these parts were very outdated. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video.